Never mind.
Oh, me.
What? Hello? Who we got?
Everyone's at work.
Steve Dakin. Oh, my phone's taking screenshots because it's so bouncy in here. That's funny.
You took a screenshot?
Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Australia, that's another screenshot. I'm going to have so many screenshots.
Why is it on it?
Huh?
How is it on the
When it bounces, because my phone will take a screenshot if you tap the back of the camera. Oh, I need to take my ears out because that always causes an issue. Probably sounds horrible. This is probably going to be better now. The audio is probably disgusting. That's why that one person left in the beginning.
Look, get out of here.
Yeah. Tony wanted to go hang out with you guys since we're driving. This is the last leg of our trip, the last drive. We're currently driving over to Bill's. We left Canadia this morning.
7:30.
We left, about 7 o'clock this morning. We headed out of Canadia. We stopped at Niagara Falls for about 4 minutes, and now we are headed to Bill's.
500 miles later.
We're gonna get some beef and nudes from Vicki.
Beef and nudes.
I'm excited. I'm excited to sit and not do much for at least an hour.
At least an hour.
At least an hour of sitting in.
Yeah, you're gonna start editing probably tonight.
Did we get any wins? We did. So I went 9s in the car. First ever 9-second pass. I'm gonna hold on to that for the rest of my life. I went 9s before Tony ever got a 9-second time slip in a 6-shift car, because he was always about that street race life.
Street race.
Illegal activities. And then Tony went to the finals at Uncaged, and then he won a race in Canadia.
Or street race too.
And he won a street race too. So that was cool.
The car's working good. I like it.
The car was working good.
It was until you broke it.
Tony burnt every single piston.
If you're gonna do it,
Do it good?
do it all the way.
Yeah. It wasn't Tony's fault. So Tony actually it wasn't Tony.
I already knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah. We had an idea that there was a weak point in the pistons in a very specific spot, and that very specific spot that we knew had a weak point is the spot in which every single piston just disappeared.
Decided it didn't want to be there anymore.
Yeah, it ran away. Are the heads okay? The heads are not okay. So Tony is probably going to be in trouble with Corey from Trick Flow.
That's not bad.
You're going to be in a lot of trouble from Corey, because the first ever Twisted Wedge 227s are damaged on one cylinder. So one of the cylinders, the one that is the worst, cylinder 6, a chunk of the piston came out, and it decided it didn't want to leave the chamber. It hung out in there for a while, so it was just beating everything up in there. And yeah, that one chamber in the head is not okay.
The reason why we took it apart is because it was knocking. The head had lifted, so the piston lifted so much that it was hitting the head. That's what usually happens in that case. So made it awesome.
When are you switching to Coyote? We're going to build a Coyote car eventually. So, yeah. Eventually we'll have a Coyote car.
Yeah, we're going to have a Coyote 6-speed turbo car.
Did we get a video of Sparta Speedway? We did. So we filmed the whole event. We filmed a lot. So this is going to be a few different videos. We flew into Chicago, and we visited Kevin over at Red Horse, messed around at Red Horse a little bit, and then the next day we went over to Strange, meet Jake from Strange Farm, check the place out. Tony got really excited because the top fuel axles.
Yeah.
Top fuel axles are titanium, and they're giant. They're like giant. Huge.
Oh, and we have new strange product coming out.
There is a new strange product coming out that we're not allowed to talk about, so you should shut your mouth.
Okay.
And then we flew to Ohio, and then we hung out with Bill and Vicki and Billy and everybody. Went to Uncaged, which was the 1-year anniversary of breaking my whole body, and it went well. I did not operate any 2-wheeled vehicles on my own, and I survived the weekend. And then, what did we do? Oh, Uncaged, and then there was a street race the next day, in which we were not informed of the rules, so we were not legal, but we still went, got a street race.
Yep, had fun. Drove the car about 50 or so miles.
Yeah, we did not participate in the shootout, but we got at the street race after the shootout. Bondo Bird says hello.
Ooh.
Our stick shift brother.
Oh.
Bondo Bird.
Oh, what's up?
What else? Okay, so street race, Sunday. What did we do Sunday? I think we just got ready to get back on the road.
Yeah. Yeah, we left Sunday was a street race that lasted all day.
Yeah.
We went to have lunch.
You can tear up an anvil with a wood melt.
Yeah, we did the street race, which ended like in early afternoon, and then we went to have we went to
We had lunch
barbecues.
with everybody. So a bunch of guys
What's that place is
from
called?
Oklahoma came out for the street race. So we went to.
I drove Bill's car. We totally forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you drove Bill's car.
I drove Bill's car first round, and his unit didn't come on, and I almost beat the guy I was racing first round on the motor. His micro switch didn't work.
Yeah.
So yeah, I drove Bill's car first round.
So you did participate in the show.
I did.
It's been a very long week and a half, 2 weeks. I'm not remembering everything completely correctly. We've done a lot. So yeah, street race, and then we went to lunch with everybody.
And then Sunday, you helped me a little bit, then you went in, and then I finished getting everything kind of ready to go to Monday morning.
Yeah, Monday morning we drove straight up to Trick Flow. So our buddies over at Trick Flow.
Get a burnout?
Told them that we were gonna, test those heads out even more over the week, and we did. We absolutely tested those things out to the max. Twisted Wedge 227s do not like parts of pistons going through them.
Well, I wouldn't think any head does.
Yeah.
Best head ever still though.
They are still the best head ever. 666? No, we are not going to 666. I wish we were. I really want to participate in a stick event eventually. But right now, the ones I'm looking at are Race Week, which I know, Richard, you're not going to, and I'm not excited about you not going to that. So I think you should go to it because it's going to not be fun. Well, it'll still be fun without you, but it'll be less fun without you.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. We seen Allison drive their Dodge the first time, which was really exciting.
That's the other. Yeah, we got to see Allison and her dad and Tommy and Billy drive the Dakota for the first time. That was really awesome. Where is my Mav?
That's where Sunday went.
My Mav is back home, so we actually have a lot of events with the Maverick coming up. That we'll go over that later. So Monday we drove to. I'm losing my train of thought again. You got it.
Monday we drove up, went up to
Trick Flow. Tony did a sick burnout.
And then we left there and drove straight into Michigan.
I got to see Detroit. That was really exciting. I've always really wanted to check out Detroit. I like old, dilapidated buildings and rundown junk, and
there's a lot of that there. So.
Being in places where you really shouldn't be. I don't know if I should incriminate myself, but I did happen to take a very small piece of the Packard building, which they're taking down, and I'm going to hold on to that for the rest of my life. I don't care if it's asbestos brick. I'll put it in a jar or something, but I'm really sad that they're tearing down the Packard building. I feel like that's a piece of history and it should stay up, but oh well, they're trying to make Detroit a better place. So, and then we went to the track.
Well, Sunday.
Well, Tuesday we went and visited our friends over at Team Z again.
Yep.
And we got to hang out and talk to Dave and Frankie there for a while, and it was nice catching up with them.
Yeah. that was a good afternoon. And then by the time we're done with there, we had to go back up, and we started really late. We're sleeping in a little bit.
It's taken a while to get used to being on the East Coast and waking up. Like if we wake up at 8 o'clock, that's 5 a.m. California time. So it takes us a little while, but I think we're good. We got up at like 6 this morning, so
yeah,
we're doing good.
So
now we're going back tomorrow.
So that was Monday. We drove up there. So Tuesday we went to Team Z. Wednesday we went to Liberty.
Yeah. So Liberty we went to Wednesday morning, and that was really cool. That was, I just seeing how, you know, they make better transmissions. They make good transmissions even better. It was nice.
They make gears there.
And we picked up the faceplated TKX for my Maverick, which is the missing puzzle piece to me being able to make gears again. There's nothing wrong with the current transmission that is in my Maverick, but it's got synchronized first, so it's a little notchy going from first to second. And with how my elbow is right now, I am not able to pull it out of first and into second as quickly as I need to bang the gears. So
to be a gear banger.
Yeah. So I got to test out the white car on Wednesday.
So then that leaves us Wednesday afternoon.
I got to test out, you know, how that base-plated TKX works out on Wednesday
You
at
also
Milan.
found out that the rear suspension was not doing so hot.
Every time I drive that car, the rear end is
trying to fall out of it.
Shimmying a little bit around. And
the upper control arm bolts were bending.
I did a 9-second pass in the white car. First 9-second pass that car has ever done in the last few years. I'm sure.
It's never had
I'm sure Schoolboy went 9s in it, but I don't know if he ever got a time slip for a 9-second pass, so I'm just going to claim that. I'm going to say that I am the only person up until Tony raced on Saturday that had a 9-second pass in the car. It lasted for 4 days. 3 days. 9 pass, which sounds lame because I've been a lot faster in a non-stick shift car, but it feels like an accomplishment to me. Like I've been really fast. What was the 60 foot? What was the 60? Okay, the 60 foot on the 9-second pass was terrible, horrible. But a pass previous to the 9-second pass where I had to lift before the 8th mile, I had a 145 60 foot. The 60 foot on the 9-second pass was like a 170 something.
168 or so.
Yeah, 160, like high 160. So, yeah.
It was moving all around.
Yeah, so there was one time I drove the car at Coonley last year, which I don't think we ever put the video out because that's the same weekend that I broke everything and I couldn't use my arm for a month. So, when I drove it at Coonley, I went like 10s, didn't I? But I was
high 10. I think
all over the place.
8th was out of a 10, but I don't think it went 10. You let out. It was too messed up.
Yeah, it was every time I got in it, it would dart one way or dart the other way, which seems to be every time I drive that car because you break it. It's all your fault.
Which is now the reason why it went left when I was racing Jimmy Dale. Like that was the issue.
I think it probably, if I could have got a good pass, like the 145.60, I went a 627 to the 8th was the best I got to the 8th. I think if I could have repeated that and gone out the back, I think it would have gone like a 970, 980. But I had the 9-second pass, I had to lift about the 1,000-foot mark. And it bogged off the line. It was a mess. But it could have been a really good 970. But we will get everything fixed and I'll go back out there and see if I could beat Tony's time. So Tony put a little bit of nitrous on it. We don't know if the nitrous was working the whole way or if it had all 8 cylinders, but Tony went a 947 in the car at St. Thomas up in Canadia.
Canadia.
He had to go ahead and put a half a second on me.
Made all the pistons lighter too.
Yeah, he made all the pistons lighter. So if anybody wants to buy a piston that has a hole in it, we have 8.
Not a hole in it, it's a missing piece.
Okay, it's missing chunks. Not quite a hole. It's missing chunks and you can see the rings from the top. I'm missing it. I'm sorry. Happy birthday, Tony.
Oh yeah, it was my
Tony
birthday.
is a big, what are you now? You're 46?
46.
46. Big 46. Put them in the merch orders. Just randomly send a Piston with a t-shirt order. Okay, if anybody is on here that has ordered a t-shirt in the last week and a half, it has not been sent out because we've been on the road. We are going to be home tomorrow.
And we're the only ones that do everything.
Yeah. We're going to be home pretty late tomorrow, so I probably won't get a chance to ship anything out until Wednesday. So Wednesday, if you've ordered while we've been out of town, then I'll ship your stuff out Wednesday. I apologize. There's somebody that ordered like the day after we left, so if that's you and you're here, I apologize. And Rob, if you're watching, I know you just texted me, do not call and ruin the live. I have 146 people here that will beat you up.
What does Rob want to do?
He wants to call.
Oh.
He's going to try and ruin the live feed.
I should be nice and hungry for beef and nude.
Pistons get a bit too hot today.
Yeah, they were hot.
Couldn't handle that 50 shot you put on there.
Those cheap ass Pistons.
They were cheap Pistons.
Yeah. You have the same compression, similar cylinder head, same nitrous, and yours is fine.
Different Pistons, yeah.
Different Pistons. More better.
Yeah, it's the same exact compression.
Not anymore. I'm going to go ahead.
Yeah. Gonna up it?
Yeah.
You can add, I'm just going to add more nitrous.
You got a big old dome on your piston.
Yeah. It's nice. Super nice. 500 shot. No, Tony, actually, it was probably, I mean, the most we've had on the white car is like 100 shot.
100, yeah, 100 and 125.
Yeah. Never had anything big on that car. It's a stock block. It's a little baby stock block, you know?
It doesn't need much to do what it's going to do.
Just a little, I mean, it went 9s on the motor with me driving, so it doesn't need much. That's the goal.
It should go like 960 at like 142, 143 on the motor. All said done. And then like 880 on nitrous.
Yeah.
So it was down a little bit, but whatever. Got the Canadia cash.
Canadia cash.
Their plastic money.
Yeah, their cash is pretty interesting. We got to hang out with our buddy Cassius, who we met through Vibrant, but he's turned into more than just like someone who works at Vibrant. He's just like our friend.
Tell them how clean and nice Vibrant is and all the people there.
Oh gosh, Vibrant was amazing. We went there on a Friday and not everybody was working, so we didn't get to meet everybody there, but we saw the people that we do know. We met Bruno over there, who's from Brazil, so he understands my love for Mavericks, which is nice.
Really nice facility. They don't keep any stock there too much, but everything is just organized and really clean, and everybody's like
everything. If you've ever been to PRI or SEMA and seen the Vibrant booth area and seen how clean and pristine and just like I feel like me as a street racer and no prep attender, I feel like maybe I am inherently too dirty to walk in their booth. Yeah, but
it's a suit and tie area.
Yeah, it's definitely a suit and tie, white carpet, clean, everything perfect over there, and that's exactly how the shop is. It was just like pristine.
Yep.
It's nice.
We're in Toronto. We see Niagara Falls. We did. Oh my lord!
I got the best coffee I've ever had in my life.
Yeah. I wonder if anybody knows who Peter McKinnon is on here.
So, is there anybody here that is out in the Toronto area? Because if you are in the Toronto area, go to, where is it? I can't. Where's the bag?
It's right there.
No, it's not. Oh, it is right there. This place right coffee I've ever had in my life, and I believe it's owned by someone that I've followed on YouTube for a very long time. Someone who would take a lot of my information for like creating videos and editing and stuff like that from. Amazing place. Adrenasad, he said he's been there. That's another highlight of the weekend. We met Adrenasad in person, who, it's crazy because like those of you that are in the chat every time that we're live, every time that there's a live premiere of a video, I feel like I already know you guys. Like we're talking weekly sometimes, and I feel like I already know you guys, and it's cool that we got to put a face to the name, to the screen name. That was really awesome.
Met a lot of people in Canada.
A lot of people in Canada.
It was overwhelming to know that many people, especially in a whole different continent, like follow and watch us race.
It was. I wish we would have showed up to the track a little bit earlier so we could set up and like be prepared. But
it was just what we got there. It was just like,
yeah, it was just non-stop meeting people and shaking babies and kissing hands.
Yeah.
And it was overwhelming, but it was awesome the whole time. It was like mind-blowing at how many people came out to say hi and see the car. And
I was happy because people were like, this car's just as nice and pretty and clean in person as it is on video. I'm like, thank you. Take pride in that.
Tony's very, very happy that the car looked as good as we think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so St. Thomas, the race started at 11, and there was testing from 11 to 11 to 1. So testing from 11 to 1, and 1 o'clock eliminations were supposed to start. We showed up at 12:45 because there was a slight miscommunication of misinterpretation of how long it took to get from where we were staying to where we needed to be.
Yeah.
And then there's a slight miscommunication on where we parked, but it all worked out. Everything was great.
Yeah. Jared, that owns St. Thomas, he ended up.
Yeah, the owner of the track. Definitely a great event. The guy that put it on, Jay, I think it's Meisner Motorsports.
Yeah.
Amazing event. I would really like to try and go back out there next year. If it works out the same to where it's like the same, like the week after another event that we're going to be out here for, it would be perfect.
I mean, we don't have to do the whole tour again and we could just go to Uncaged and then do that and come back.
How many Mavericks have I owned? I currently own 4.5. The half being the black car that crashed. And what are the other 4?
Well,
there's 2 that have no motor. Oh, no. Okay, one that has motor and trans, completely like from factory, 1973 Ford Maverick, beautiful white. Got it for like $500 from someone in Arizona. A friend actually found it, went and got it for us, and picked it up and got it because it was an incredible deal. It's original V8 car that looks like it has all the parts to run. It needs a fuel cell because it looked like somebody backed over a giant rock with that car and just completely crushed the fuel tank in. I got distracted. So that's the white car. We have an orange car that we picked up from someone that actually lived a few miles away from us, which is a beautiful car. Started off as a beautiful car. He took it apart to build it, and then never got around to actually building it. So I bought it and all the pieces that he had left with it. So one day we're going to put a motor in that. I think I might want to do a Godzilla for that car. And then there's the one that you may see hiding in a shed in the back of Billy's house, which will eventually be the new race car to replace the black car that I crashed. And then the stick shift car, obviously, that one runs and drives. And we're doing hopefully 2 drag and drives next month in that. how his truck's doing.
Rob?
Ron Priest.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's running good.
Running great. It's sitting back home in the sun, waiting for us to get home and drive it. It has air conditioning now.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, we got the air conditioning fixed in the old 86 truck. I still need to do a video on that thing.
You're behind.
I am very behind. Because you keep me busy all the time. Look what you did the last 2 weeks. We have been non-stop. No sleep.
That's
I was
fine.
like on the way, we just dropped everything off. So we dropped the heads off at Trickle. We dropped the short walk off with Cams, who is the original like engine builder of the motor out of the white car. But between Trickle and Cams, I was sitting here like this and like 6 times. I'm exhausted.
We got the same amount of sleep, and I'm driving 500 miles today.
You sleep better than me because you snore.
What does that have to do with
Just
it?
because we lay in the bed for the same amount of time doesn't mean we get the same amount of sleep.
Ha ha.
Ah. Canadian Chuck Norris is here. Well, yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
needs to go to race week.
Oh, God. Whew.
Whoa.
It's good.
Which one is Trash Panda? Trash Panda is the blue and black and gray Maverick.
So, what I've learned about Canadians. Okay, so Canadia,
Hey?
they have Tim Hortons and gravy fries. That's like what they're known for. They always say
You
A.
cannot say that those gravy fries weren't great.
They were good. Okay, and this is what else. Their money is really freaking weird. Like plastic. It's plastic. And
Yeah,
the $100
plastic
bills
money.
smell like maple syrup.
Okay, we smelled the $100 bills. They didn't smell like maple syrup, but apparently they do when they're new. I don't know if someone's just yanking our chain and making us smell money for no reason.
Cool.
But yeah, that.
And so the Canadians are so nice, right? They'll like give you the shirt off their back, but when they're driving, they turn into complete assholes.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay, everybody that we met in Canadia was amazing, super nice. But when we're driving, they are not nice people at all.
Like if you don't go when the light goes from red to green, like
Oh, they're on the
immediately,
horn.
they're like blowing the horn at you.
Yeah, that was eye-opening, you know?
They'll cut
Y'all
you
are
off.
ass up there until it takes you 2 seconds to leave from a green light.
How about Church Street down there in Toronto? Huh? You gonna go?
Oh, Tony really liked Church Street down there.
Oh, Church Street.
He liked it. He was like, what are all these colors?
Rainbow colors in the ground.
What are all these rainbow colors going on here? That was fun. I got, okay, Drina Sad says that they do smell like maple syrup when they're new. Retlock says they don't smell like maple syrup, so. Did we find a friend on Church? You know, people were staring at us really funny on Church Street. I don't know why. I mean, maybe because it was just
A guy and a girl walking.
a dude and a lady walking, holding hands. Maybe they don't see that too much on Church Street. But yeah, he should have wore his flip-flops because they would have seen the toenails and they would have known.
They're like, oh yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, you're okay here. You're fine. Either one of you guys would look good driving my big block NOS 4-speed Comet. Yeah, I'm down.
Or speeder.
I'll do it.
Oh, how about Luke?
Heteros are kind of rare in these parts.
Yeah, Luke.
Okay, yeah. So Luke, who we met through Cassius, who is our friend that we met through Vibrant, who is just more of, like just a good friend to us now. Luke has been friends with Cassius for a while. We met him at PRI last year, but he let us keep our trailer at his house, let us pull the motor out of the white car at his house, helped us at the track, towed Cassius's car to the track.
Well, I think
hung out with us
he
all
let
day.
us like be involved in pulling the motor out of the car because it was like
Oh my god.
he hits an espresso and then it gets cranked up and then all of a sudden the motor's out of the car.
Yeah. we weren't even gonna tear the motor out of the car last night, and we weren't gonna pull it. We were just, our plan last night was we were gonna leave Canadia and drive to Ohio, go to Danny's house, who's Neo Mustangs, and pull the motor there. And then from his house, we were gonna have to go to Trip Flow, and then we were gonna have to go to camp. So there was a chance we wouldn't get it all done in time. But we all sat around and had a couple espressos, and then Luke was like, let's get that motor out.
Yeah, and it just started snowballing from there.
And then we got the motor out. Tony and him crawled in the forest behind his garage and pulled a cherry picker out, and we pulled the motor out, pulled the heads off, and it was out. We found out I was wrong.
Which, way better doing it then than this morning. So.
What's the gas mileage on the excursion? We get about 9 miles a gallon.
11 last time.
11?
11.
But, okay, we got 11 last time, but there was some non-towing
No, I just got
miles.
11 when I filled it up.
Oh, really? Okay, 9 to 11.
10 to 11.
How many liters per kilometer?
Oh my
Or
lord.
how many kilometers per liter?
Funky shit over there.
What's the temperature in
I'm over there
Celsius?
converting liters to gallons and whatever kind of
Canadian
money
dollars to...
just to figure out how much everything costs. Terrible.
Yeah, that was... This is the cracker bus.
Yeah.
The Ohio rig.
2001 excursion.
It does
7.3.
pretty well.
It's perfect for what we do.
Go
For the
with
North American
furlongs
tour.
per fortnight. What? I know what a fortnight is. Where are we headed? We're going over to Bill and Vicky's house, and Vicky's making beef and noodles. But we are still about an hour away. Spent more money in Canada than back home. I'd say it's about right. About the same as California prices.
Yeah, California prices.
After the conversion. Do we ever miss California when we're on the road?
When the weather's shitty.
Do we miss California? No. Do I miss like sleeping in my own bed and having time to edit videos? Yes. Do I miss sleep? Yes. Do I miss my puppy dog? Absolutely.
I wouldn't doubt that later on that we start doing this instead of 2 weeks, it'll turn into 3 weeks, and we'll probably do one Midwest at some point.
Yeah.
It just depends on where the stick shift and where this car fits, because I was racing it in True Street and small tire because there wasn't events for me to go to, and I would just go out first round because obviously it doesn't have enough. But when I race stick shift cars, obviously it does well because I went to the final in one stick shift race and I won in another. So that's like where
Yeah.
apples to apples.
I like Canada racing. It really opened my eyes to like a different world of racing, but we went there and every single car at that track was beautiful. There was a car there that didn't have a front end. There was one car that didn't have a front end on it, and it was still beautiful. Like every single car that was entered in the class that we were in was gorgeous, very nicely done, very clean cars. I'm just not used to seeing that. I'm used to seeing a bunch of cars with no front ends and no, like, I don't know, just pieced together cars.
Mad Max.
Which is cool in its own right, but it was really nice being around just a ton of very nice vehicles. I'm just repeating myself now.
If anybody knows Cassius or seen Cassius's car on the
Yeah.
internet, it's that pretty in person.
Cassius has definitely sold me on a 79 coupe. Tony's wanted one for a long time, but every time he finds one on Marketplace, or no, you don't have Facebook, so you don't know what Marketplace is.
Offer Up.
Offer Up. Is Craigslist even a thing anymore? But every time he finds one, he sends it to me. They're just not cute. But then seeing Cassius's, it's done right. It's definitely done right. His car it's gorgeous. Unfortunately, he pulled Tony first round of the shootout, so that sucked for him. More worried about go than show, that's for sure. Definitely, for sure. You have to, like in America, you have to go to a radial race where you have these $200,000 cars to have a class where they all look nice.
Yeah, radial racing, all the cars usually look nice, real nice. Nice rigs, everything's clean.
Very nice.
A lot of open trailers and ship boxes that have no front vents. Usually.
Yeah, the no preps are a bunch of Fox bodies with no front ends. What's the destination? We are heading to Bill and Vicki's house, and Vicki is making beef and newts tonight. So
Dinner's
I'm
at 8.
excited to go just relax and have dinner and see everybody. Like we flew to Ohio last week and we saw him for a few days and then we haven't seen him since.
You mentioned a 10-hour delay.
10-hour flight delay. That was horrible.
At Chicago.
Well, what else is there?
Well, anybody have any questions on the white car or what's going on? Or
what's going on with the white
cylinder
car
heads or
is
plug?
blown up.
It still ran. I would have been able to pass if I had to.
Almost every piston had a chunk missing out of it, or it was starting to lose a chunk. But it still ran. It just had a slight, like it sounded like a lifter broke. It didn't crank over dumb. It didn't, like it still ran fine. Tony drove it into the trailer and I was like, oh, what's that noise? Oh, it's holes in every piston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I would have squeezed it again, it probably would have melted that piece that was hitting down and I would have been fine.
What did we break in the motor? The pistons broke. So we knew that there was an issue with the pistons. We sent them to Corey at Trick Flow so he could fly cut them for the twisted wedge heads. And we checked the clearance from the top to the bottom and the ringland and the top. And he said it's below the threshold that he's comfortable with, right on the outer corner. And we might end up having issues with that later on. Well, we did. That is the exact spot. I think if you go to Facebook, on my Facebook, there is a post. Someone asked what broke, and I posted a picture of the actual piston there, and you can see where the one valve relief goes over right at the edge on there. It's just broken off. So one cylinder broke off, hung out in the cylinder, and beat up the head and made a mess.
Made a mess.
Made a huge mess. Chunky piston soup, yes. Are there any races in Cali that we still do? The 9-second pass was at Milan. That was really awesome. I loved Milan. We need to go back there one day.
Yeah, it was okay when I went years ago, but it's really nice. Like they redid a lot of the concrete and
we didn't break the transmission, that's for sure.
no, nothing like that, bro.
Too much heat, not enough ring gap. No, it was just a weak top of the piston right there along the edge. Are there any races in Cali that we still do? Not really. We used to go to Red List a lot, but
he always has his event on it. Like he just had one.
Yeah, it always ends up on a weekend that we're out of town already. Was the short block prepped for nitrous? No. Short block was made to be an all-motor street car, so yeah. Hurt motor still on stick-shift classic Canadia. Yeah, I think it might have been on 7 cylinders. So the little piece of the piston that broke off in that one cylinder, cylinder 6.
Yep.
It crunched, the spark plug closed, so I think we might have been on 7 cylinders in the final. And Tony went at 947. What a crazy person. Did not have a valve touchdown. Did we lose any titanium bolts? No,
Sure
Tony's
didn't.
not itching right now, so I know we didn't. Is Uncle Bob fixing the motor? He's not. So we took it to Cam's, who is, it's, what's it stand for?
Canton Automotive
Machining. Yeah, Canton Automotive Machining or Machines. So they are the original ones who built that motor, the short block. Obviously, we put different heads and taken cam in it. Or no, same cam. It's always had the stage 5 that they put in it. So we took it back to them. They know the motor. They did an incredible job building it to begin with. The only issue was when the motor was built, it was during the height of COVID and not a lot of parts were available, so all they could get were those Icon pistons.
Yeah, which they're okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're okay if you're going to do all motor stuff and just streetcar stuff. But we pushed it a little further than that. We were trying to go 8s on a streetcar motor.
yeah, we're gonna move the ringland down and just change some things and probably put some more compression in it.
Do some custom pistons.
Yep.
A little better for our situation. Were you log in PanVet? We have no sensors. We have a carburetor.
Oil gauge, oil pressure,
Yeah,
and
oil
temperature.
pressure.
And a
The
strip
oil
light.
pressure gauge is actually not working very well. But we do know that it was smoking pretty good uncaged. It was smoking really good at Milan when I was driving the car, and it was smoking a lot worse after Tony's final pass.
Mm-hmm. Out the breather.
Yeah, really bad.
Vacuum
But we were, the motor was broken. We were in the trailer with the car, just letting it idle, revving it up, trying to hear where the sound is coming from. We were like feeling the valve covers, trying to see if you could feel like where it's knocking from. And then we shut it off and look around, and the whole trailer was full of smoke. We're like, okay, maybe it's a serious
It was
problem.
still revving it up, though. It's
Yeah,
still kind
it
of revved up. Like, it
Ran
didn't,
fine.
like, I don't know, it's just weird.
Trunks missing out of every piston. Nothing but a butt sensor, exactly. This is the butt pucker.
Yeah. It's got a G meter.
Trick flow Wiseco pistons for the 205 11Rs. Maybe we should talk to Corey when he gets back and see what he. Just as of right now, we're probably going to see who makes good pistons and who can make a good piston faster.
So I'd like the short block to be built by the time they come out in another month or so.
Someone say hi, Miss Vicki. Is Vicki in here? Even nudes. Vicki's in here. Hello. We're 42 minutes away.
No, 38 minutes away.
Oh, 38 minutes away, but Tony drives slow, so 42 minutes away.
We're going 70. What do you mean I drive slow?
The speed limit's like 75.
Jeez.
Trick flow pistons are in stock at Summit. I don't think we are going to be able to do an off-the-shelf piston. We're probably going to have to open up the bore just a tad bit. It's a 4040 now, so we're probably going to go to a 4045.
And like I said, we gotta move the ring lands around and move some stuff around.
We want to make it more
How we would do it. Like the motor in her car has this custom piston with the valve pocket where we want it and ring lands, and it's gas ported too. So I'll probably do a gas ported piston as well.
gas ports out the side because out the top is not as nice for mattress.
Maybe. I mean, I've had it both ways.
Yeah, it works, but it's better if you have them outside.
Outside?
Right.
Oh, okay. Just staring at me. Weirdo. Such a weirdo.
You're so pretty. I like to stare at you.
Oh, geez.
You've been around me too long, huh? Are you getting tired of me?
No.
How many times have you heard me say hello this week? Are you excited to go back to work?
I'm fine.
What cubic inch is Tony's car? Which one? The white cracker is 410. Might be like 411 and a half by the time we're done
411
rebuilding
and
it.
1/8?
Yeah, 411 and 7/8. Trash Panda is a 331.
332.
332.
That's a 40 overboard too.
And is white, or the snowflake car, that was a 458.
Well, what ran was a 408.
Well, the motor that you built for it that went in Tin Man, that was a 458.
458.
Didn't you make it like a 458 and a half? Or 458 and a quarter?
Or because some of the pistons are 175 and some are 180.
Yeah, one piston or two pistons are slightly larger. Bondo Bird's sending me $10. You need to send that back to yourself, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you. But I know you have things going on in your life too, so. Hopping in the GTO and heading home from work. You're driving the GTO to work today? I'm jealous. 3/4 race cam.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we have in your car is a 3/4 race cam.
What do we figure old man's doing before we arrive? He's either editing a video or
Filming.
filming a video and then editing it.
And June's next to him.
What day is it? What day of the week is it?
Tuesday.
Monday? He's telling Tanner to clean up his tools.
He's sitting in his shop on a stool with a
Flying the drone.
glass of it. He's got his
I
cup
don't
of
know.
Mountain
Vicki was
Dew.
in here. Vicki, what's he doing right now? Yeah, he's definitely got a cup of Mountain Dew. June is absolutely no more than 5 feet away from him. Does June like she does when Bill is not around or when we're all in the living room on the couch?
She's adorable.
She is the sweetest dog in the world when Bill isn't around. But as soon as Bill
if you
is
have
around,
food,
she
though.
goes into attack mode. Oh, if you have food.
It's
It's not. I don't want to give anybody the. What the hell? Why is my heat heater on? I don't want to give anybody the false hope that if you bring food over to Bill's pit that you're going to be able to touch June. Don't ever try and do that. She will eat your hand. But if we're all sitting at the dinner table, she'll be under the dinner table and asking for handouts.
Yeah.
And she'll yell at you sometimes if you don't listen, which is adorable.
Yeah, but do not try and feed June
don't.
or pet June or.
Do not ever approach June unless you want to lose a hand.
Yes.
Editing out in the shop with June Pup, of course. That's what Vicki said.
Yay. Seems like it's gorgeous weather. 81 degrees. It's heating up as we're going.
Is it?
This has been the hottest it's been in a few days that we've been around.
Yeah. It was pretty hot the day of the street race.
Yeah, but I'm saying since we drove into Milan or you raced, like it wasn't that hot. It was like 70s. And then the
Yeah,
Canada.
it was 78, 79 when I raced in Milan. It was really nice.
Track staff.
Tommy's not
A+.
running a 4/100 stroke on white cracker.
What's that?
He
No,
thought-
not in a stock block.
Yeah. When are we making the move to Ohio for good? Never.
That sounded mean.
And it's not mean.
It's just we're not.
It's
can't do it.
just, I would die every winter. I would absolutely die. I would move out of California. I would absolutely move out of California, but it would probably have to be to one of more southern states where it doesn't get to negative 30 in the winter. That was probably just a fluke. That one winter we came out and it was like negative 30 and my hair froze when I walked outside immediately.
Yes.
I would die if I had to be in that. But there is about, you know, a 99% chance that I will never convince Tony to move out of California. He really likes it out there.
Owning another house.
He likes the rainbow streets and the painting his toenails and all the. He likes paying taxes.
Yeah, I like it. In February, it's 70 degrees outside, where every other state is 10.
He really likes the fact that he can wash a car every day of the year, unless it's raining, which doesn't happen very often.
There you go.
The truck is moving too much and I can't read comments. I'm trying to read. Building, oh no, don't go away. Building a 68 Camaro. Just wish I knew how to weld. Hey, just pick up a welder and try. That's what I did, and I built a whole trailer. So it worked out. The trailer held together for 1,500 miles, so I'd say that's okay, right? I need to learn how to TIG weld still.
A little bumpy over here, pardon me.
Small block Ford for the win. Heck yeah.
River.
Come to Texas, you get all seasons in the same week. See, I can't do Texas because we did go to Texas in July, and I was not excited that it was like 108 during the day and, you know, like 180% humidity.
Tractors.
And then at night, it was about 98 degrees and like 150% humidity. I have a very small threshold. Very, you know, I need to be in like 65 to 80 degree weather at all times. Apparently, my body is not efficient. Does not have an efficient cooling or heating system. You also can't feed her
past midnight or put her in water like a gremlin.
Yeah, don't get me wet or feed me past midnight. Come to Alabama. I would definitely check out Alabama. We were actually going to go when Jimmy Dale was in Alabama, but that race got rained out.
Yes. Jimmy Dale.
Look, if one day we are super rich, which is not today, I would get a second house in Ohio. I'd get a second house in Texas, just outside of XRP, because that's my favorite track in the whole world. I would buy...
Not to impugn on all the other tracks that we go to, but it's just sorry.
I apologize to every other track in the whole world, but XRP will always be my favorite until proven otherwise. But
I don't know. I wonder how that one is in Qatar. The one that they always.
No, it's a whole other country. It doesn't count. It's not accessible to us in cars. We're not super rich yet. Remember, we haven't gotten there just yet. We're still normal humans.
But XRP, yeah. All about the concrete pits.
Yeah, the concrete pits are amazing. You better be driving like a decent human, because there's been a lot of people pulled over.
I'm only going 65 now.
Yeah, those roads are horrible. If somehow we win the lottery one day, even though we don't buy tickets, we will have...
I already won the lottery.
Aww.
Yes.
Aren't you adorable?
Brownie points today.
Yeah.
That's what I get for breaking the car. I gotta suck up to it. Yeah, every session I break something. It's nice.
The spot in Ohio that we ran last Sunday is totally trash now? What? That sucks.
What do you mean by trash? Like
1 week and people ruined it already?
How? Like trash like how?
I don't know. Don't be swinging your trailer with that big rig.
Swinging you.
Swinging your booty over there. Oh, he's swinging too, so it's all good. We're all swinging over here.
Like left trash there, did donuts, like poured shit on the ground.
What are we driving? We're in the Excursion. We're in the Cracker tow rig. We got the Cracker box behind us with White Cracker in it with no motor. How about, okay, so we go to we go to Canadia, and they make us this beautiful welcome to Canadia Basket that has all the snacks and drinks and beers from Canadia
that you can't get here.
That you can't get in America. And it made it this whole trip until right before we got to Cam's. The basket fell off of the counter in the trailer, landed on the intake with the car bolts sticking out of it.
Titanium studs.
And two of the beers hit the titanium studs and exploded all over the car, all over the trailer.
So there's like a brownie cupcake thing.
Yeah,
and it fell
I was
off
excited
first,
about that.
And it got pierced by the stud.
Yeah, it got pierced. So this little cake thing in a package got pierced by the stud, and then the beer landed on top of it and blew cake all over. Good thing we have a car condom on it, but all over the car condom, all over the ground. That's like a freak accident.
And
back there.
at least we had that towel down that soaked up most of the beer.
Yeah, it still ran down the floor.
Yeah.
I'm sure Tony is going to completely empty the whole trailer. And
what a mess.
Yeah, he's going to completely empty
the whole trailer. What are the chances of that happening? Like, Jesus, why wouldn't you just put it on the ground?
Why did you put the intake there, huh? You should have known. Yeah, who put the whole basket on top of the counter anyways?
Yeah, that's my fault, even though you did it.
Oh, and getting across the border from Canada to the U.S. was a lot easier. The guy at the gate just wanted to see the car, and I think he was just more interested.
So what you got in the
What's
back?
What's it pushing?
What you got in the back? It said Mustang 86. Oh, he said, what car's in the back? I said Mustang. So what year? I said 86. And he like got a paperwork, hands it to me. He's like, okay, I need you to open that up.
Yeah. But then he just opened it, looked at the car.
Yeah.
Didn't care about anything that was in there.
Yeah, he just looked right at the car.
Yeah, and he asked about like how much horsepower it makes. So I think the guy at the border was a car guy. That was pretty cool. What did Miss Vicki say? Oh. Some out-of-state dingling sprayed a whole lane practicing. Made very lanes unmatched now.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, great. Who's the dingling so we can go find him and say nice words to him? On the left lane about to the 330. Man, where's he from? I remember the first I seen Tony was on Street Outlaws. Yeah, Tony was on the season finale of Street Outlaws, season 2 in the gray mare.
Long time ago.
They seen him shift them gears against that Porsche and said, how about you come race our 5-second cars on the street?
Okay.
And Tony was like, yeah, that sounds great.
I have a chance.
I'll put a bar in my car. And then he drove into the dirt. Happy birthday, Tony. Tony is a big 4-6 plus 3 days. And he didn't even fight me. Best video on the internet. I would say so as well. I might be biased, but I think that is... I have a feeling that video is going to go down in racing history.
Maybe.
It changed a lot for a lot of people.
Kind of did.
Tony's too humble, so he won't ever admit it, but I feel like that video itself...
I'm realizing how much that meant to people now. I didn't really have social media when that video was... Well, I didn't have any social media, so I didn't know. I just did my thing, and all right, cool. And then as we interact with more people now in different countries,
yeah,
not just the States, but different countries. Well,
like Crackers International.
we're international. Is it like Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, or International Racers?
Your cars ever backfire out the exhaust when they foul the plugs? Well, a white car backfired out the carburetor and the exhaust at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guy drives a white 240 out of Indiana, the one that prepped one side.
Why would you prep?
Preps for the track.
That's the street. I don't know. No, he doesn't live in Indiana. He must live in California and drove all the way out here and just prepped that shit.
Because he likes rainbows. I don't think I'm allowed to say the G word.
No, he's gay.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. them and drink it. Go drink that beer. We're just exploding beers.
I think there's one more left in there.
Active Hoodrich yelling at the end of the video. Yeah, the mayor.
Oh, the mayor?
Yeah.
Say that motherfucker don't move.
Man. Who comes out to a nice street race spot and preps one lane?
Who goes to a street race spot and preps?
Lame people.
It's not ruined, it's just...
Huh?
The street's not ruined, it's just why.
Yeah. Where did you guys first see each other at? I think it was it like the Denny's parking lot street races?
Yeah. Somewhere there, yeah, Denny's
like
parking lot.
2012, 2011, 2012?
Yes, way back
It was
then.
either the Denny's parking lot street races in our town or it was Petrolock. Like a meet.
Yeah.
Like Petrolock is where everybody met before they go out to the spot to race. Denny's is where everyone just went to go park their cars and talk about racing and then never do it. So it was one of those spots. Tony actually, like when I first started street racing when I was early 20s, like what, 20, 21, 22?
Yeah, that's it.
He taught me how to do a burnout. That was pretty cool. Gave me some pointers.
That was it. Rest is history.
That was it. I was like, oh, you have all the knowledge.
Oh,
Come take me out to dinner and your boss.
my boss.
Your boss. They were trying to trick some people into racing for money, so they prepped the left side because they had lane choice and made test passes. That sounds like some shady California racing. Where are we headed to? We're headed to go see Bill and Vicki and decompress for a few hours.
Change the oil in the tow rig.
Change the oil on the tow rig. That doesn't sound exciting to me because I just want to do nothing for like an hour
It's
and a
going to
half.
be daylight for another.
Yeah. So I guess we'll do work and change the oil on tow rig. Old crappy
We got to clean up that Canadian beer.
Yeah.
We had the moose head at the track though.
We did. We had the Moosehead beer. We had Canadia beer. Everyone was so nice out there until we were driving. War in the Woods. We will not be at War in the Woods. Our September is a little too busy, so we will absolutely be at Big Jake's race in Texas at XRP. I believe that's the first weekend of September. And then September 15th to 20th is race week that also starts in Texas. Lufton, Texas. It goes through Texas, Louisiana, little like that whole east Texas to Louisiana area. I need to look at it and see what tracks it's going to be, but I can post it on Facebook. And then after that, we are driving my car from Texas up to Michigan to take it to Team Z because Team Z is coming out with a brand new K member for Mavericks.
Yay.
Yay! The only option was either a Mustang 2 front end or the AJE, which people have complained about. So since for a Maverick, I believe the same K member will also work for 64, 65, 66 Mustangs as well as Falcons. I don't know what year's
I can't
Falcons.
remember
Yeah.
what year.
But there's like a
I think the same
slurry
year,
of
64,
vehicles that also work for
67.
that the Mavericks work for. So Trash Panda is going to be the one that's getting tested out for all those things to make the motor mounts. They actually have the K member for Mavericks right now if you don't need motor mounts. So if you're going to do a motor plate mid plate, you can use the one that they already have. But my car's going out there so they can mount, do the motor mount setup and figure all those angles up, figure them out. I can't spoke. Where do you guys set the Street Beast kit pinion angle for radial?
Oh, like radial pinion angle?
Yeah.
3. It's all solid stuff.
3? -3 degrees?
Yeah. 2 to 3. It doesn't need a lot.
2 to 3? Get Tanner to detail the excursion. No, Tony's probably going to detail the excursion himself because he likes.
Well, we're not going to have it.
We're not
going to see it for another month. I'm just going to run it through the truck wash.
Yeah.
I'll clean the inside. It's actually not bad. I mean, I tuned it up at Brad's. Oh, we also went to Milan and watched Nicole drive the...
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, so before we left Michigan, we went back to Milan in the morning before we drove to Canada, and we saw Nicole, the daughter of the owner of Liberty, make a pass at Milan. Craig is the owner of Liberty, so his daughter, Nicole. She's a total badass. I want to be like her when I grow up. But she has a very fast... I can't remember what class it is.
It's like a pro mod.
It looks like a pro stock car, but it's not.
It is an old pro stock car.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's got 2 kits on it. It's what Lizzie Muse used to run, I believe. It's like a pro mod.
Yeah. But that thing, dude, so we went to Liberty, we walked around, we saw everything they do over there, and then there's this little room where it's not very little. It's got like a bunch of lifts and cars and a huge toter home and trailer, stacker trailer fits in it, so it's not that little. But we went into the room and her and her dad were working on the car, and it's cool to see just a girl getting down with her dad working on the car. They fired it up for the first time after they fixed some things on it. They put it on the brake. That was awesome to see.
They're at the track, just like jacks and doing stuff and getting the car ready. And
it was awesome. I like seeing girls getting down,
she
getting
didn't
dirty.
even care. Like, I mean, it's just weird to see it. Like, she didn't even care. I mean, she's happy that we were there. You know, we were filming for our stuff, but like, she didn't for her own self. Like, she's just going.
Yeah, she's there for the racing, and she's like a genuine race car girl.
Yeah.
And I like to see that. It's very
race car first, then whatever happens.
Yeah. Very down to earth, very cool. I want to be like her when I grow up.
Be like her.
Yep. Racing really fast stick shift cars.
Well,
so I mean, it leaves off of a clutch, but it shifts
it's their
forward,
transmission.
But yeah, it's a Liberty transmission, obviously.
Yeah, Liberties aren't just known. I'm sure a lot of people just think of them as stick shifts, but they do all kinds of. They have a 7-speed now for salt flat.
Yeah.
Build it, that thing.
Yeah, we watched them build a 7-speed. Well, not build, but
put the parts in.
They changed something in it. I can't remember now. We got to go see old Don Johnel.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys remember, but the PRI video we did where we also changed the transmission in the white car. We talked to John, who goes by Donald, but I called him John because I get nervous when I'm on camera. He kind of gave us the whole rundown on what faceplating is, the difference between a faceplated transmission, synchronized transmission, showed all the different gears that go into it, all the different parts. And we got to see him actually in his place of work doing what he does for work, which is rebuild all these transmissions.
Yeah.
So hit up Liberty if you want a faceplated TKX.
Or they sell them anyways too.
The best transmission ever.
They also sell Tremix.
Yeah. Yeah, they are a dealer of Tremix, and they also
it's like
do
Hanlon.
faceplating, and Hanlon's a dealer of Tremix too. So.
Yes. Yeah. So the shifter
When
on.
are we going for the record in Texas again? I think we're going to do that in October.
Yeah, well, it's nice out.
Depends on how the schedule goes down, but we're absolutely going to try and do that at XRP in October if we can find time to just go out there for a weekend. Maybe when they're having another event that isn't too crazy busy, and go there like a Friday, Saturday, and then also do their Sunday test and tune. If you're in the Texas area and you don't know about XRP's Sunday test and tune, it is radial prep for like $40, and you can make as many hits as you want all Sunday night.
Yeah, it's the best.
This is part of the reason where XRP is my favorite track. Like, it's always the best radial prep that you can find, and
especially on a Sunday, like afternoon.
Like Sunday, you go there, it's so laid back, it's not too crowded. The track staff is amazingly nice. They take care of you.
I feel about the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
I'm surprised no one said this.
Oh my gosh. And then Sunday it's $40 to get in and test your car all night, so super nice. How many miles are on the excursion?
161.
161,000 miles. Can't get any more laid back than Sparta. Well.
Can't get any more laid back than who?
Than Sparta, the track that we were at on Saturday.
Oh.
XRP tail shaft testing track. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, Galen and the crew are really awesome. Is my seatbelt on too? It is not, because I reached to the back to grab something.
We used to go to XRP a lot more with your car. We would just keep it out there and fly out there, go Sunday testing and do what we needed to do. And very nice. That's what Violet felt like that day.
That's low. Yeah. For a 7.3, this thing's got a lot of miles to go.
Mm-hmm. An old tractor motor.
I just have this like phone shadow on my face.
Yeah, I'm going the wrong direction for this. But...
Yeah, can you drive backwards?
Absolutely.
Can you drive backwards so I look better on camera?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh jeez. Hear the road noise through the mic. Yeah, these Ohio roads aren't the best. Would I ever switch to big block? No, but I am going to switch to a very big small block in the new race car.
What is considered a big block? So how many cubic inches is the new motor?
The new motor, my new small block Ford that is going to go in the race car eventually when I have the chassis built, it has more cubic inches than a big block Chevy from factory. It's a very big small block.
And it's got a taller deck to it.
It's a 467.
476.
Or 476. I'm dyslexic apparently. 076.
10-inch deck. 10 inches of billet.
10 inches of billet block goodness. Have we ever worked with Ben Alameda? We know him. We've been to the races a lot with him. He actually helps our buddy Dan with his car. Great guy, very smart.
Yeah, very nice.
Builds some pretty good small block Fords. Does he really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, he doesn't live in Lancaster. He went to Lancaster again.
Nice. Yeah, he used to live out by us. Not anymore. But he's a good dude. Very quiet, but very awesome.
He had a saying, bottles are for babies and blowers are for old ladies.
Yeah.
Because he was the NA guy.
Yeah. He can build some good NA motors, though. He built the motor that's in Tony's Maverick. Not this Tony, another Tony friend that lives down in the valley.
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't there a horsepower limit to street cars? Because we like to party. That's why.
Because why?
Why isn't there a horsepower limit to street cars?
Why is there not?
Yeah.
There is no limit. Keep on going. What is a street car?
I'm not going to get into that conversation with you.
See, in my street car, I don't need air conditioning and power windows. But some people do.
What's your favorite road jams? Let me just, where is it? What'd you do with it?
It's in there.
What did you do with it?
Jesus.
Oh.
We have a DVD player.
This was my favorite band growing up. I was obsessed with these. You can see it. It's hard. If you know what that is. I like it.
Godsmack.
Tell them they're supposed to guess.
4 foot tall Lenny, whatever his name is.
Tony makes fun of me because I used to have a crush on the lead singer of Godsmack when I was like 15. And he's like 5'2" or something. But you don't gotta get jealous. I picked you instead of him, you know?
Yeah.
I chose you.
Thank God, you know.
Is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes. Is it a sandwich or a taco? How fast can you afford to go? Yeah. Speed is just a question of money. How fast can you afford to go?
Well, there's a lot of people that spend a lot of money and don't go as fast as the people that know and try harder with less. I like overachievers.
Oh. Oh, Adrena's that's one of my favorite songs. Amazing. Love me some Godsmack.
We didn't listen to anything.
We didn't listen to anything, but we have a DVD player in the excursion, so normally we put DVDs on. We were watching Twister earlier. Now we're watching 2012. Is that what you put in?
No, the day after.
Oh, day after tomorrow. I wanted to watch Resident Evil because we were talking about how it was filmed in Toronto. Canadia. What happened? What did I miss?
We're going to change directions so your phone will be better.
Huh?
We're going to change directions.
We're going to change directions. Well, yeah, but I don't want to be live when we're pulling up to Bill's house.
No, we're not. We're a few miles.
I don't want to be showing people how to get there. That is unfriendly of us to do. Are you doing Rocky Mountain Race Week this year? I am! It's in Texas though. Are you going to be there? If you're there, I would be very excited. It was really awesome having you there last year. Are you guys going to the New York race at the airport September 6th to 8th? No, we will be in Texas for Big Jake's race. Did we smuggle any maple syrup back from Canadia? We did.
We did.
We did. We have a glass bottle of 100% pure Canadia juice. Hello from North Carolina. I like the Carolinas. I grew up there.
Oh, Corey's in South Carolina with his
He's
family.
in South Carolina?
Yeah.
I like South Carolina and North Carolina. They're all really nice.
What if you drove? Yeah, you probably drive. It's only 8 hours away, right?
It's not that far. What's in South Carolina?
He'll tell us when he gets back.
Huh. Canadia juice. Orlando, Florida watching. Well, I think we're getting to the point where
Close
we
enough.
should shut her down. We've been live for over an hour.
People asking good questions. It's fun.
Nicole's been dominating at Milan. Yeah, she's a badass. War in the Woods in September. We are not going to be there. We're going to be in Texas most of September and then in Michigan.
Back to this one.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, stop driving off the road. So that's it.
That's it.
We're almost to Vicki and Bill's house to get some beef and nudes.
It's gorgeous out. 78 degrees, 0 wind, clear skies.
Beautiful. Too bad we don't have a streetcar to go make some blasters down the street. Because Tony burned up every last piston that was in there.
Burned them up.
Okay, we're out. It was really nice talking to you guys. Thank you for keeping us entertained on our drive.
Yes.
And I appreciate every last one of you, especially everyone that came and said hello at the tracks that we were at. You guys are awesome. And it really made us, it humbled us and made us sit back and think like there's a lot of awesome people that follow us and kind of support what we do, and we appreciate everybody. And before I start tearing up, I'm gonna head out. Thank you guys. I will talk to you guys later, and we'll have a lot of videos coming out of our trip. So yeah.
And the 227s, how we put them on.
Yeah, and the
front half of the car.
227s. As soon as we get a release date of the 227s, we'll let you guys know. And we'll be coming out with a video of putting them on and all that, and how the car performed at Jimmy Dale's race, which we haven't put a video out of yet because there was drama. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.